as you know, I've been doing a bit, I don't even like to call it trolling, but on Instagram, I'll just say stuff, you know, some random stuff that I believe to people that I believe are bad people, and it really is working. I got a big one yesterday, ladies and gentlemen. I got Dane Cook. Yep. Remember, I got Chelsea Handler the other week. Who have I gotten? I've got Chelsea Handler. We got good. We got Ben Glebe. We should start making a list and showing the people that we got. So we got Chelsea Handler. Who was, I had another big celeb. Ben Glebe. Now we've got Dane Cook.
That Instagram girl.
The Instagram girl. Oh, yeah, Gabby Epstein. The Instagram girl. And, yeah, there's been a few others. We should start keeping track of these.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I should get some sort of award for this. We got Dane Cook. This was a good one. And I'd like to show you what happened here today. And I've got a great new development. Okay, so a lot of people saw this in the Bring Back group, but I've got a new development that you might have not seen. And this was a good one. So let's start here. And I'm going to have to show you through my Facebook. Okay, so here's Dane Cook, and he posts this. It's a wonderful picture of him with Marvel's Stan Lee, who just passed away. And I'm sure everybody heard about this. And this is one of those. Let's talk about it. Stan Lee. We've been waiting for this motherfucker to go for quite some time. I mean, when you think about it, this guy created Spider-Man, wasn't that from 1902? And what the hell is going on here? Why is he even still around? He created superheroes. The guy who invented the idea of superheroes is still here. Maybe he's not the guy. There's probably Superman came way before all this, right? But still, it's like, what is this guy doing around? We should be thousands of... Superheroes should be thousands of years old, don't you think?
I know.
Just shouldn't be, you know, what, 60 years old? I don't even know. So here's Dane Cook with Stan Lee, who I thought would get a warmer reception during his death. But I got to say this. I think there's a lot of people who just feel like Stan Lee abused his power and kind of like sold out with all these movies and all this shit. He like overwhelmed us with comic book. I don't know. I see like mainstream people are like, Stan Lee was the best. But like internet people in my realms are all like, fuck Stan Lee. So sick of him. So glad that he's gone, you know? So I feel like there was some kind of hatred here towards him. But I don't know. Here's Dane Cook, and he posts this picture of him with Stan Lee, as all the celebrities were doing. It's just a picture of them at a premiere. And he writes, Stan Lee, rest in power. So I decide to write this, and I leave a comment. I go, photoshopped pic? Why? Okay, very good comment. Very simple, delicious, reasonable, easy. Takes 10 seconds. Done. And you've got a meal for your whole family right there. I just write Photoshop pic. Why? And I do this a lot. I do this a lot to celebrities. I'll accuse their pics of being Photoshopped. Sometimes I'll say, this pic is clearly Photoshopped. What are you trying to pull? And they, you know, it stirs up a lot of, you know, anger. People hate being accused of stuff they didn't do, especially when everybody can see it. You know what I mean? The accusation. So they hate that. Photoshop pic. Why? Okay, now this sparks some interest here. Really quickly, we've got one guy. He says, how do you see that? And I go, pretty easy to spot. Dane's head is clearly pasted on someone else's body. Not sure why he'd make this. To make people think he knew Stan? Weird. Dane Cook sees this and flips the fuck out. And he responds to me. One comment in, he responds to me. You're a fucking idiot. I am Zoomwalt took this pic when we went to his premiere. He was approachable and cool. You, on the other hand, are a moron. There it was.
Wow.
Dane Cook freaking the fuck out. I'm a moron. You know, Stan Lee was approachable and cool. Me, on the other hand, not those things. You know, and it's weird because, you know, he's like really pissed off about this. And Dane's comment really got this thing going because this thing fucking blew up, I believe. And here's the problem. I'll cut to the chase. This happened on November 12th. Okay, and this goes, I think it's like 200 comments from his fans telling me that I'm a fucking moron. I'm so stupid. How dare I? And I'm going back and forth. I'm telling him that I'm bringing in a specialist.
Dane's comment now has 1,800
Oh, it's still up?
Yep.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is interesting. Dane's comment to me has 1,800 likes, meaning a lot of people have seen this. And let me just go through some of the best of moments here from today, from this little incident, because there's some that were really, really funny to me. Okay, so let's see. We're going to have to go through it this way. Okay, I go, can you prove to Dane Cook? So Dane Cook calls me more, and I say, Dane, can you prove it's not doctored? I've got a specialist here that says it is. I've got a specialist here. Now, this is fun. I like including, I did this on a Joe Rogan post the other day. Somebody replied to me. I go, and I'll show you this later. I go, hey, the legality of what Joe is doing is not so kosher here. And this guy replies, he goes, oh yeah? There's not a court in this country that would convict Joe of, wrongdoing here. You're crazy. And I go, okay, I got a judge sitting right next to me here who says otherwise. So I like including a make-believe character into my post to enrage this audience, thinking, because half of them will think I'm lying. Half of them will think this situation is crazier than it is. So here's one. I go, can you prove it's not doctored? I've got a specialist here that says it is. So now these people, they're so mad. Dane Cook's furious. And now he's got to deal with this guy saying he's sitting next to a specialist. He brought in a specialist. What does this mean? What kind of specialist?
Imagine you and the specialist are tucked into bed together.
Yeah, it's just so stupid. Yeah, I'm going to bring in and this is what I mean about giving them a chance. This is what's different about what I do and just straight up lying. You're giving them nuggets, these opportunities to go, oh, this guy's kidding. Let's not freak the fuck out. Oh, this guy's kidding. Obviously, yeah, a specialist. Okay. Now that's what a smart person would do. So when they fall for it, when you've given them all these opportunities, to get out of there, this is why it rules. So here's some comments. How does it look like it's plastered on somebody else's body? Here's another one. You can't fix stupid. Awesome picture. RIP. Here's another one. It's not photoshopped, you dunce. And these went on and on. Does it say how many comments my post has?
There's like 200.
200 comments. People are making fun of the specialist now.
Wow.
So here's somebody. You should have your specialist look into why you feel the need to discuss this further. Get a hobby. Hold on, there's some really good ones here. So let me
There's
just read you these.
149 comments.
149
now.
Of these comments.
People owning you.
You are obviously lying about having a specialist. That or your specialist sucks at his job. Your specialist is full of special shit. Here's one. Oh, that's one agreeing with me. That guy's helping me. So that's good. Let's see these. Douche comment. Why? Take that shit someplace else, man. No one needs that today of all days. What are you talking about? Because Stan Lee died? Today of all days? We can't have anyone else discussing anything else besides him? And your dreams. Here's another one. Morons. The world is full of them. Keep doing you, bro. To Dane. Here's what's interesting, too, about Dane's White Knight supporters who just rush in. They don't think. They just support him. I don't know why he needs the support, but Dane Cook used the term moron to describe me. Almost 90% of the comments from his fans also include the word moron when slamming me back. So they're so stupid that they're subconsciously just taking their leader's, what he said, and using it as their own. They don't even realize that they're just, oh, I'm going to use the word moron because Dane uses the word moron. Like they're that quick to just follow his lead that they steal his word Because otherwise, I don't think we'd hear this word moron come up every other post if Dane didn't use the word moron to start, right?
There's no way. If he called
There's
you
no
an
way.
asshole, everyone
Everyone would say asshole. Yeah. So that was creepy. Now, people want to write these off as little kids. No, no, no. Little kids don't follow Dane Cook. In fact, I did a little survey here. I clicked on most of these profiles, slamming me. Adults, married people, people with kids. A lot of them looking like, who's that guy? Brandon in the Bring Back group? Not Brandon Mueller. There's a guy with Brandon. He's got a wife and stuff.
I think that Dane has been deleting your comments defending himself, so it looks like he owned you into oblivion.
Yeah, well, I'm going to tell you what happened. Dane has been doing some stuff.
Yep.
And we'll show you coming up here. So let's read a few more of these here. He doesn't have to prove shit to you. Who the fuck do you think you are? Leave people alone and use your energy for good because what you are doing here is garbage. Here's another one just mocking my specialist, going, specialist? Yeah. Yeah, I have a specialist. Here's one. This is a good one. Red Bar Radio. You're an enemy to the public. Listen. You're an enemy to the public. You got that right. Maybe you should have a specialist look into why you're such a fucking moronic tool bag. So people love this specialist thing, and I knew they were going to love that. You know, I knew this is one. Oh, God, look, somebody photoshopped me with Stan Lee. Always with the headphones, no matter where I'm out. I've got these headphones on. Isn't that great? The only photos of me have headphones. That's how you know it's always going to be a Photoshop, so they can't ever Photoshop me. Let's see this. Bummer. Why all the hate? What did you ever do? Oh, this is funny. Somebody asks Dane Cook, why all the hate? What did you ever do aside from make some entertaining movies and make people laugh? So they're seeing my comment, and they're seeing that my comment, my fake comment about the Photoshop pic has like, how many likes does that have?
Like 30.
30 likes. So they're assuming, oh, there's a lot of people involved in this. Why is Dane getting so much hate? You know, furthermore, let's talk about this. Everybody involved in this. Remember, Dane got over 1,800 likes on his comment about me. So there are quite a few people involved on this. You best believe every one of those people is zooming into the photo, trying to find what the hell I'm talking about with this Photoshop, right? They're looking around the edges. They're scanning this whole picture, trying to go, how is this guy claiming it's Photoshop? So they might be spending 10, 20 minutes scanning through, you know, thinking, are they talking about Dane? Are they talking about Stan Lee here? Who's had? You even had some people go, oh, I could see what he means. The photo does look weird. No, no, no. I did not write this because the photo looked weird. I wrote this simply to, you know, to make Dane do what he did. I couldn't believe he would do what he did. People have been really coming down on hard on the specialist. Yeah, I'd say your specialist needs to find a new line of work because he's unqualified to copy and paste, let alone define what is or isn't Photoshop. Seriously, seek help. And I replied, some of these I replied to, I go, wow, the specialist is sitting right next to me, and he does not find this comment very amusing. The specialist says you owe him an apology.
No, I sent you another screenshot.
Okay. Let's see this. This one.
He deleted all of your replies to everyone, so I think that he realized he was being trolled, but he didn't want everyone to know, so he deleted all of your
but he
obvious troll replies.
But he kept my original comment because he liked the fact that they were all proud of him for owning me.
Exactly, because he deleted every single thing, even the
he deleted all my other comments, but left my main comment. Now, why not delete my main comment? So here's a back-to-back. Showing none of my replies. That's a really interesting move, and it's going to get even more interesting. And I'll tell you, this happened on...
See, look, he even deleted your first reply where you said, it's obviously Photoshop to that guy.
But he kept the original comment, so that's super interesting and more interesting. This was all done on November 12th at 3:30 p.m. This morning at 8:40 a.m., I was blocked by Dane Cook.
Wow.
I was blocked by Dane Cook, and we have a screenshot. Look at this. So he let this go for 2 days. He went through and personally deleted all my responses. And then a day later blocked me. So this has been a 3-day event, 2.5-day event. Or no, this all happened yesterday, right? How is it November 14th today, but this happened on November 12th?
I think it happened 2 days ago.
So this has been a 2.5-day event here of Dane Cook doing this. Now look at this. There was another picture on Dane's Instagram. Now I am blocked, but we're going to his Instagram on another page. Look at this. So he posted this picture a day later or hours later. A picture of him and 2 amazing women, his mom and his sister. And because my comment was so popular, we had his own fans going on to other posts. And they were tagging me. Photoshopped, right, Red Bar Radio? Is this one Photoshopped too? Now, I replied to this. That was deleted. My reply was deleted. I go, well, you know, in fact, it is. My specialist is looking at this picture too, and it does look Photoshopped. Yeah, I believe that it is. Dane deleted that and wrote this. Blocked that loser. So today, 2.5 days later, he blocks me after deleting my comments, and he even writes about it on another post of his. Blocked that loser.
So I'd say we got him.
We got you, Dane. And this was incredible. You know what I got to do? I got to start filming like a little video of me with my intent before I do it to prove, because these people will go, nice backtracking. You probably got caught. You probably realized that you were wrong about the Photoshop pic, and now you're pretending that it was all trolling. So they'll try to do that here. You know, our people wouldn't believe that because they know that this is what I'm up to. But so I got to make a video right now where it goes, hi, today's date is November 12th. My name is Michael David.
Up the newspaper.
Holding up a newspaper. Today I'm going to do a trick to Dane Cook about this being Photoshopped. So let's see what happens. And then show me write the comment in real time, because then you have a beautiful video to show all these people days later after they've gone through all this craziness. You could show them the video and go, look at this, you've been played. Because I believe if I show them the clip for today, half of these guys will claim that, you know, like what I said before, oh yeah, now he's backpedaling. He's pretending that this was a troll all along. Nice try. That's what they're going to say to me. So let's see if they actually do that. Was that it for the big Dane Cook one? This was a good one. And go to his page while it's still up. Find the picture of Stan Lee. You could read those 200 comments yourself. Some really good stuff here. Here's another one. Shut the fuck up. First mistake was talking shit. Your second mistake was fucking with Dane Cook, a legendary comedian. Yeah, Red Bar Radio, shut your face hole and have some respect for the legend. Geez, you're a fucking reject. The picture is not doctored at all. You need to get your eyes checked. Get the fuck out of here.
Jeez,
that's what he
these people
says.
Are so mean.
And why are they so mad? Red Bar Radio are obviously lying about having a specialist. That or your specialist sucks. Okay, yeah, we read that one. The holy grail of comments for most of these fools. Sorry for your loss. Yeah. I hope he rests in peace. What are you talking about? He's dead. Your mom should have aborted you was another one I got. Why would, and I'm really asking this, why does this strike so much anger in random people? Again, they're not kids. The kids actually, let me explain something. Kids they're not baited into this. I troll Blazendary's page and Erica Costell's page just as much. They don't get involved in this at all. 16-year-old kids, 14-year-old kids, 12-year-old kids, they would see my comment and go, well done, troll, sir. And they would move on. But you know who falls for this? It's like 35 to 40-year-olds. That's who's in this. They don't understand the internet. They were pre-internet. They didn't hang on. They just don't get it. And they seem to really be falling all over their feet lately. And they get so angry.
And why all the anger? Like if they get that mad over somebody accusing someone of Photoshop, how mad do other events in their
yeah,
life make
that's
them?
the other thing. So if you're so mad about this, all I said is photoshopped pic. Why?
And then
That's
you're
it.
saying that they
and
have to abort
these
you.
guys are spending their whole day fighting. Does that mean? Because how would you navigate the internet without going completely insane? If my comment, Photoshop pic, why? If that's enough to get you to say, I wish your mother would have aborted you, how are you reading anything on the internet without going completely crazy and ripping out all your eyelashes? Doesn't add up. I mean, wouldn't you be getting mad at everyone? I mean, that's definitely not the stupidest shit I've heard all day. You know, so imagine this type of anger. They must be just lashing out at everyone. Do they spend their whole day just caught up in a loop, fighting with complete strangers on the internet based off of opinions that may or not even be real? You know, very bizarre. I mean, it definitely needs a documentary where you go, you interview these people, you go to their homes, you go, what drove you to be so angry that day?
Are they all just drunk all day?
Are they drunk? Are they just sick of seeing Dane Cook treated like this? I can't explain it. Let's see. Yeah, they're making fun of The Specialist here. A lot of people making fun of The Specialist, which, man, are they going to feel stupid when they see this? Let's see. Bro, keep it together. Difficult to be funny when you are easily triggered by stupid comments. Okay, that guy gets it. Why does he have to? And why would you say things like that? Sorry, people are offering their they're saying sorry to Dane Cook for having to go through this. Dane, we're sorry. Sorry, Dane, that you're going through this right now.
Well, here's the story. He can't take it. I can't believe
no, he
that
can't
he
take
would
it.
delete all
so
of that
he
stuff.
Can't take it. He went in there and he deleted those individual comments.
Which would have taken forever. There was like
really
20 between
for
all
real.
the other replies.
So, again, just like his commenters, is Dane Cook going crazy all day? I mean, think about Dane Cook. He must be getting negative comments everywhere. Is he spending all day on YouTube? Is he spending all day on Reddit scanning for these comments as well? Is this what he does all day? Because if you're doing it to me for just saying Photoshop pic, you must be doing it to everyone. I mean, surely there's thousands of people commenting on your strange plastic surgery addiction. You must be going crazy all day. You must not get a moment's sleep if this is something that's driving you wild. Look at this one. You and your specialist need a new specialist for checking up on your mental stability. The pic is nowhere near Photoshopped. You both need a new line of work. Stan Lee, rest in power. And that's a great pic, Dane. Okay, why do I need a new line of work? Yeah, the specialist might be wrong here. Okay, the specialist doesn't exist. He's clearly wrong. But why do I need a new line of work? I'm just a I'm just a layman guy. That's why I brought in a specialist. Sure, yeah, let's. And then somebody said, I think it was Todd Deddery brought up a great angle. We could have taken this even further where we pretend, oh man, the specialist fucked me. I'm sorry, everyone. This pic isn't Photoshop. You know, the specialist was getting into my head. And then put all the blame on the specialist and see if we could get people to all
agree with you.
Yeah, hate the specialist. This specialist, man, he conned me. I'm so sorry, Dane.
But unfortunately, we couldn't do any of that because he limited the comments on the post, only allowing his friends to comment.
Yes, so he also, Dane Cook, while this was happening, limited the comments. Now, why not just delete my fucking comment and block me right away?
Because of his likes.
Because he got so many likes on his slam to me and was getting rewarded for sautéing me, for calling me just a moron. Fuck you, moron. I mean, so he didn't want to delete the terrible post that was bothering him all day because that would also be deleting his 1,800 likes that he got.
And
what
he got
a
1,800 likes, and that wasn't even enough. He had to get 1,800 likes and delete all your other comments and block everyone.
Now, somebody has a great point, and we came up with this yesterday, too. They go, the specialist needs his own Instagram. And boy, does he. We need to set up an account, and that way I could tag him when people are like, yeah, you're specialist. Who the fuck's your specialist? And then we tag it, and it's just like stock photos of like a doctor with a microscope in a lab coat, you know, just looking at smiling, like Walgreens stock pharmacy
images
photos.
Thing over top.
And be like, Photoshop specialist. Because this is a good one. You could use this. This is so easy. Photoshop pic. Why? This, really. And at a point you go, how do you you could do this all day.
Also,
like,
the specialist doesn't have to just specialize in Photoshop photos. He's a specialist in any topic.
Anything, yeah. Oh, yeah, you have specialist? No, of course not. You know, come on, click over to my profile here. Only one guy was like, I know this is just a bit for your shitty loser radio show. And I'm like, okay, one guy fucking figured it out. Let's read this. This is, oh, well, look at this. Red Bar Radio, after getting my degree and working as a graphic artist for a company that does work for major worldwide businesses, I can attest that this photograph is without a doubt not photoshopped, not digitally enhanced. It was never layered and flattened. They didn't touch the raster and vector or curve. No resolution or resampling. Shall I go on? I will be your specialist any day of the week. That is. So you spent all this time trying to debunk my ridiculous fake claim. You know how long that took? And I wrote back to this girl, I think, and I wrote, it's photoshopped. It is. Sorry, it's photoshopped. You know, and this, oh! Why be invested in this? Why? Dane Cook is not even an active celebrity. Can we get that out of the way? He is not even an active celebrity. He does nothing. How do you even have a fan base right now? You're a sitting celebrity. You're a, what do they call that? You're on the sidelines right now. You have been for 7 years. Surely there are other celebrities engaging and doing content right now that these fans could migrate over to in the meantime until Dane's back. It's so bizarre how once you reach a certain status, you have a group that is with you. Like Ja Rule's got a fan base still. And they're like dedicated. Ja Rule hasn't done anything though. So they're just, are you just waiting for the day that Dane Cook springs back into action? What are you doing? There's so many other guys that you feel like, no, I chose Dane Cook in 07, so I'm kind of stuck here. He's the only guy I comment on, only guy I defend. Because if you're defending Dane Cook, like I said, then who aren't you defending? You know what I mean? Like, how do you choose just Dane Cook as the guy that I work for here? How? Out of all the people on the internet. Let's see what's going on here. It is not shopped, bud. Not sure when your specialist friend, not sure why your specialist friend thinks so, but he's incorrect. I am actually a Photoshop specialist and expert. I hate that term though, but I can tell you that it's for real. If it was shopped, it's the best shop I've ever seen considering the lighting. Now, what was even funnier is there's hundreds of pictures of Dane with Stan Lee from this premiere readily available online. Like if you Google image search Dane Cook, Stan Lee, Marvel premiere, there's hundreds of photos of him of all different angles. And many people tried to use this argument, but they still get caught up in the Photoshop. Obviously, it's not fucking Photoshopped. End of discussion. There are hundreds of pictures of him at this event. He has proof that he was at this event. His name is on the event. Why would he Photoshop a picture when he was really there and everybody saw him there? So it's really crazy. It's really, really crazy. I wrote this. This didn't catch. So he deleted this. No wonder it didn't get any traction. I wrote, after being attacked by all of you, the specialist and I have decided to take this story to the news. Expect to see a piece shortly that will expose Dane, the Photoshop pic, and you guys for the harassment. Now, few people bit onto this before it was deleted. Oh, yeah, I'd love to see this article. You know, now you got them worried. This is going to be on the news. Let's see this one. Yeah, more moron comments. Oh, and then they took to my own Instagram. They decided that they'd go to my Instagram and leave comments on my pictures claiming they were Photoshopped. I'll show you what I did here. And you could use this one too. So this guy goes, wow, people in the background have Photoshopped faces according to my specialist. So he's being sarcastic, trying to troll me back, right? Saying my pics are Photoshopped. He's pretending he is a specialist now. So I reply, please explain to me how this is Photoshopped. You are a moron. He believes that I'm actually mad at him for accusing me now. Do you understand here?
Jeez, this is a long con.
Yeah, here's another guy who came to my page to accuse me of Photoshop. So this guy's coming to my page now, and he's going, why would you Photoshop this pic? I have a specialist that says it's Photoshop. Can you prove it's not? You know, giving me a taste of my own medicine. So I reply with this. How the fuck is this Photoshopped? Are you a moron? This is 100% real. Get a life! Because that's exactly... Now they're going, holy shit, this guy, do you believe the irony? Yeah, it's because it's all fake, sir. Okay, it's a movie that I'm playing for myself. You fucking idiot. All right, oh, here's another one. This is terrible. You and your specialist need to choke on a dick. And this is coming from an adult woman. You and your specialist need to choke on a dick.
Like 35-year-old women love lines
with
like
the
that.
dick and the rape. So I wrote back to her. I go, not sure the specialist would like this comment, considering it's a hate crime / Me Too moment. You can't threaten to rape people or tell people to choke. You're lucky the specialist has a cool disposition and isn't fazed by this. So they really still think, you know, the specialist, it's almost like a Seinfeld bit where you're like talking about the specialist, you know, in third person or whatever person that is.
I found the specialist's Insta. Check it out.
Here's another one. Eat a dick. These are coming from women who would, if somebody said this to them, they would go to their local police station and claim they were raped. But they're allowed to say choke on a dick? Do you know what that implies? You want me to die while being raped by a cock? I mean, whoa. Talk about that's a rape threat to me. And this is the same woman who, if you said, get fucked, I'm getting rape threats. That's what they would say. So I am getting rape threats. What were you going to say here?
Oh, that I sent you the specialist's Insta.
Oh, we have one for him already?
Just look at it.
Wow, I can't wait to see this. This better be real. Hold on, I'm trying to get out of here. Right here, this Instagram, the specialist. Oh, they already have one. This is someone's account. It's called The Specialist, and it's a really unfortunate species from our world's births.
I really wanted the account name The Specialist. We got to offer this girl some cash. She hasn't posted since 2013.
Yeah. Can you DM her and say, we're interested in this username? Would you give it to us? Don't say money first. Yeah, say, can we have this username? We really need it. And if she says no, offer her $20. Okay. Because she might, no, look at this. She lives in a fucking creek. So there's a way, that $20, imagine that she thinks this is a wonderful, oh my God, look. Hi, would you like to sell your username? Someone already did this.
Fuck.
Oh wait, that could be, somebody might have done this years ago. That's not even one of our guys. Hi, would you like?
People are after the specialist.
The specialist, they want it. Well, we could just do the specialist something.
I hate numbers. And
I know,
we'll
but
think of something.
So the specialist has gotten many offers. This is from 2013. Yeah. So she ain't selling, huh? She ain't moving. She knows what she's got. Look at her in this picture.
Fuck you.
I'm sitting on a gold mine. Just waiting. Yeah. It's not going to happen. Okay, let's see. Was that it with this story? Were there any more big ones here? So we end with today. He deleted the comments. He blocked me. What do we have here? Oh, and both of them fell for it, yeah. So defensive. If it's not Photoshop, they're saying this to me now. And look, this guy's saying this to me after I said, how is this Photoshopped? You're a moron. He goes, LOL. So you can post that on other people's photos, but can't take it back? Such professionalism. I'm almost embarrassed that these people think that this is real at this point. You know, because at what point does it just make me look crazy? And here he is. Everyone just do what I do. Go to random photos on his Instagram and claim they are Photoshopped. He really appreciates it. So this guy thinks he found the way in. You know, he's really patting himself on the back for doing this thing that we were waiting for him to do. I write back to him. I go, better have a good lawyer. Slander is not something I take lightly. Hashtag court. Hashtag the judge. Hashtag courthouse. Again, giving him every opportunity to get the hell out of here. And he says this, cool beans, but make sure your court and judge knows the difference between slander and libel and the difference in a defamation suit. People love this. They feel like that gets them off the hook. Oh, no, this is slander. Oh, no, this is libel. Usually every time you say that, they'll go, you don't even know the definition or the difference between the two. Okay, well, my lawyer does. And I wrote this. I go, well, my lawyer knows the difference. Trust me. He'll punish you to the full extent of the law. Do not accuse me of using photo apps. Do not even go near the idea. So I'm giving him, like, he really thinks, holy shit, this guy's losing it. You know? I guess I was. And then, yeah, blocked that loser. So there it was. Dane Cook, everybody. We got him. Dane, you are a fucking loser, bro. You have just proven that you're a loser. Now you're completely on our radar. And what is with all the plastic surgery? Looking like a cat. You know? You're that insecure with yourself. You're deleting comments. You're getting plastic surgery. Jesus, man. It's really sick stuff out there. We've got more of these guys today. We've got more of these guys. I mean, the list goes on and on. I will keep doing these. Maybe we should start some sort of place to put all these. People enjoy reading these, believe it or not. These simplistic trolls. Again, I'm not bragging. What we're showing here today is obviously we've got some defective people out here. My trolls aren't legendary. They're not smart. It was literally me going through... Maybe 1 millisecond of brain was used to go Photoshop, pick Y, and then I scrolled past. It wasn't thought out. It wasn't planned out. What you're doing is you're leaving little pieces of cheese, and you're seeing which meese are stupid enough to walk right into the trap. And if you are stupid enough to go into the trap, then I think you should be exposed. You should. Right? So we're giving people, we're not just picking on good men, and there's nothing to be picked on. Maybe I'm wrong. I always give myself an opportunity that I'm just a dumb guy. Photoshop, pick, why? He could have easily said, what do you mean? Or he didn't have to go straight to, you're a fucking moron, fuck you. All the hate. I was just asking, what if I'm just confused? Oh, I'm sorry, I thought it, because I could have just came back and gone, oh, sorry, yeah, I thought it was Photoshop. My bad. He could have just been dealing with a guy who just was dumb. Instead, he had to turn it into a war. And he did not win this war. This will be a YouTube clip, and Dane, I hope we send it to all the people who were involved in that. Hopefully we could get that posted. Are you going to feel silly watching this? Or are you going to go, wow, you really have nothing better to do with your time in your stupid internet radio show that you would waste people's... Is that the angle you're going to take?
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun. We got a ton of entertainment out of it. So look at this. Out of nowhere, 1 to 2 weeks after Stan Lee's death, after my Photoshop comment, Dane Cook posts this on Instagram. It's a Photoshopped photo of Dane Cook's head on a chicken's body, a beer can chicken, furthermore. And he writes, Happy Thanksgiving. Full disclosure, this is Photoshopped. Wow. Incredible. I'm clapping extra loud to make up for my fucking effects. Now I know why Gavin freaks out at that Ryan Katsuyamagashi all the time. When things don't work, it's really a travesty. Did I lose some sound here? I think I fucked up my ears. Full disclosure, this is not Photoshopped. So this is a callback to my famous troll there with him the other week. I think I fucked something up royally. Do things sound different right now?
Sounds okay to me.
Test! Test! Oh, did it fix it? Look at that, though. How incredible is that? What kind of guy would do this? So, I've been bothering him this whole time. This is really eating him up. And people were saying, you know, if this really was on his mind all this time, really bothering him, think about all those past moments like we said last time. Think about all the criticism Dane Cook's received over the years. All the bad reviews. The joke stealing accusations. The stuff with Mark Maron. Remember when he was enemy number one. He had to go on Louis' show and do a mock thing about him stealing Louis' bits. He was on Marc Maron for the stealing and his bad behavior. Remember, he really went through some tough times there. So imagine how awful he must have took those tough times. I left a comment here. Oh, we're up to 29 likes. I wanted to scare him right away. I commented on this as soon as this was posted. I wrote, so I'm sitting here with my specialist. He has no family, so he comes here for the holidays. He doesn't think this is funny. He'll be pressing charges. I hope you have a good lawyer. Now, I think Dane is at home really getting mad. You know, maybe he will sue me into oblivion. I also thought it was funny. He likes this thin picture of him. He's using a thinner picture, or this could be bearded humor. You could see there's a big watermark there on the bottom. Look at that. People actually still watermarking their shit. What do you think? Somebody's going to see this and go, I got to check out this bearded humor. Look what he's done here. Looks like he's cut out Dane Cook's head. He's put it on a chicken. It's Thanksgiving coming up, but he found this picture of a chicken, a beer can chicken. Let's go over to Bearded Humor and check him out. What do they think's going to happen? He's concerned that someone's going to steal this image? Just put a fucking marker over that name. And what a fool. Again, Dane Cook, it's Thanksgiving, man. We eat turkeys here on Thanksgiving. That's a dilapidated, 4-pound bird. That looks awful on that beer can chicken stand, in some old school kitchen. So there he is. Dane Cook, everybody, doing what he shouldn't be doing. I got to say, I've lost like half the sound now in my headphones that I usually have. Remember when I screamed and I hit everything?